Yo, what is up, everybody? This is Ryan Mahalik here, and I'm really excited to start off my first video on the World Championship tourney. So, this first video is a group stage match, and it's against Troll. So, this is really cool. Troll's a great player, and yeah, we're just gonna hop right into the first match, which is on Temple. The starting map is randomized, so yeah. So, first match is on Temple, and it's Dartling Glue versus uh, NG NFE. So we both start off with an anti-stall here, it looks like. Yeah, I'll get up my Dartling. So pretty much when I see NFE here, I'm thinking, okay, he's kind of weak to those camo lead rushes. He's kind of weak to BFBs. So I'm gonna play pretty aggro here because I think I'm gonna be able to drain him pretty well. So I go to 259 eco. He looks like he just goes straight to 250 and just goes for the farm. So that's fair enough. And his current defense will handle yellow, pink, so I'm not really going to send him much. I'm just going to get up my powerful darts against his pinks and then chill from there and farm on. So a bit about these BTD Battles World Championships. Basically, there's going to be 2 group stage matches. Both of them are BO5s. And then after that, you're going to get your seedings for the tournament, which I think the first round's BO7, the second round's BO9, and the last round's best of 11. And there's 8 competitors. The competitors are me, Troll, Aquafire, Salamance, Brian, Pewd, Foxito, and there's one more. Oh yeah, Hassan Chow. So that's the 8 competitors. So round 6, I send him some boosted greens with blacks followed up, and it forces 2 9-inch nails along with a 0-0. So that's definitely solid in my eyes. He has a bit out farm, but I also have a bunch more eco. So I'm pretty happy with how this game's going so far. And now we're just tied in farms now. So this is similar to Koth rules with the starting map being randomized, but of course he is using NG, so there are no tower bans in here. Round 8, I send him a yellow rush. I'm hoping to force a boost here, but he just goes for 2 more 9-inch nails and is able to defend leaking down pretty low. Now I'll just go from another presentation. So he's playing extremely passive right now, which is interesting, but I guess Ninja is better late than this strategy. I sent him some LEDs, kind of just trying to sneak one through. I don't think I get any through, so that's unfortunate, but I sent him some whites here. I was hoping he didn't have some money for his balloon trap as well, but he was able to afford it. So then I just continue to farm on. He sends me a camo lead, just forces the plutonium darts. Nothing crazy so far. I'm planning on sending him some camo leads around 15 probably, to force a flash bomb. But until then, just farming on. So here's the best way to force a flash bomb in my eyes. You send camo reds, that kind of gets the cleansing foam away. I send one set of leads, and then I send some camo leads with camo yellows above it, so that layers over well. So then the cleansing foam can't get the leads. So it does force a flash bomb, a double shot, and it forces a boost, so I was really happy with how that went. He sends me around 16 rush. I just get up another Dartling and boost against it. I still have 2 boosts left, so I'm fine burning a boost here. And because of that camo lead rush, we do have a pretty solid out farm now. So I'm definitely happy with that. So it looks like he's going to send me a Moab here. Against a Moab, I'm just going to go for that 3-2 glue, and that will defend pretty easily. Dartling glitch there, but I defended those ceramics. So I think I'd chill with this current farms, and then I'm going to send him a BFB on round 20. Oh no, I got up another Republic. Okay, we both send each other a BFB. So here's how you defend a BFB with Dartling glue without boost. So you stall it once up here, you sell that glue, and then you get up a 4-2 glue down here. And it looks like that defends pretty easily. Looks like he didn't get distraction on his ninjas, so I don't know if he's going to defend this. And he ends up going down to the BFB, so that was unfortunate. But even if he defended that, you can see I've got about 150 more eco and much more farms than him, so I think I was definitely leading that game. Alright, game 2 was he picked Wiz Keep, which I'm honestly not that experienced with because I'm not that good of a DFA player, but it looks like he went boat Ingis, so I'm a little bit more confident playing against that than DFA with my boat mortar. So we'll see how this goes. We both go for a passive start, just going for our farm here. Nothing special. I'm just going to send him a few pinks on round 4 just to force the grape shot, and he'll probably do the same. Yep, I forced it with only one set of pinks, and then it only leaked 1 life. He leaked a few more, so pretty passive start here, but there isn't much more you can do. You could send a bunch of blues if you wanted to try to force a faster shooting, but honestly not worth it when we're both going boat. Round 6, I send him some boosted greens. He sends me greens as well, boosted. I get up another grape shot. He just goes for his faster shooting and tanks the leaks. So I guess that's fair. Maybe I should have just done the same thing as him. I do a greedy move here and I just sell my boat and go for another farm. I honestly don't know if that was the play. And then I get up faster shooting and a 0-0 boat, I think. Yeah. Honestly, probably should have just got faster shooting on this right away and just tried to greed for the farm, rather than getting up a boat and selling it later. So here he whips out the Ingi. I was honestly a little bit surprised. I thought he might be going mortar as well, but I guess boat Ingi is pretty good on this map. I sent him some whites here as well, hoping that I couldn't afford the Bloom Trap, and he ends up selling a farm for it, so that's fair. And then round 12, get up my Camel Detection Mortar. He sends me a boosted Zebra Rush. It forces me to sell my farm, but I'm fine with that because I didn't want to boost at all, and I defend that pretty easily. So here my kind of goal is, I just want to take this late because he doesn't have a stall or anything, so I'm definitely have the better strategy late. So I just want to try to BIA here. Round 16 comes. He sends me a few leads, but these are honestly pretty late. They didn't mix with AI very well. So I can just chill with a destroyer and a grape shot and defend these. And I think I'm going to go for a late round 17 BIA here. Yep, that's what I do. So he sends me a Moab balloon boosted. So honestly, this wasn't the play. You don't want to balloon boost the first one, because I'm going to boost against it either way. And if he doesn't balloon boost the first one, he can balloon boost the second one and make it much more deadly when I don't have boost. So I boost against it, obviously. He sends me a second one. That just forces a cash out. I'll get up another destroyer, and I end up just defending it pretty easily as well. So here I'm pretty happy. I'm not going to sell my destroyers because they're really good against AI because you can't really fit a balloon buster anywhere on this map. So you need to kind of destroyer spam, so there isn't really a point for me to sell it for farms. He goes for around 20 facility. I sent him a balloon boosted Moab, and I don't honestly think that was very smart. I mean, it forces him to sell the engineer, buy a boat, and then place it back. But I'm really just need to get as much money as possible, so honestly, probably shouldn't have sent that. Or what I should have done, honestly, is sent it and then sent some, like, camo rainbows behind and tried to force him to sell his facility. Or camo leads and rainbows. Because there it's like, I make him spend a little bit of money, or I go spend a bit more on the rush and then force him to sell his facility, which would have been much better. So I end up getting a balloon buster over here just to help with AI. I'll sell this later when I need the space for farms, but for now it's fine. So targeting I have on these destroyers, by the way, is this one's on strong, and then I have both of these on first. The strong is kind of to help break down the ceramics, so then the balloon buster can kind of break down the insides a little bit more. So round 25, I just need to get up a big one in that defense. The reason I'm not selling the other defense yet for farms, even though I don't need it, is because in case he rushed me with the mob, I want it. And then once I get closer in money to my facility, I'll just sell these and get the facility up. Which I think I do right over here. Yep. So I just have one destroyer on strong, and then the big one in game, of course. Pretty much cleans everything up. So here I start spamming destroyers, because I'm going to end up selling this big one just for a farm, which I do. In round 27 AI. And I think I sell my BIA here just for farms as well. Or, yeah, there we go. So here it looks like he's actually going to all out me. So I honestly should have countered with CMGs and just tried to outstall these, but since they aren't even buffed yet, I'm trying to defend these because I thought I'd be able to defend them pretty well. So we'll see how this goes. I boost a little bit late, which I should have boosted earlier so I can get my second boost back really early. And now I'm just mortar stalling as well. Mortar stall, use my second boost. The mobs are honestly getting pretty far, which is bad because the big balloon buster can't really break down the layers over here. And I actually end up going down to this, so very unfortunate. Losing maps inlets, of course. We have Boat Mortar versus Ninja Engineer. So we'll see how this goes. I've never done this matchup before on inlets. So we both go for our farm here. Nothing crazy. So my game plan going into this is Ninja Engineer is not very good against BFBs and stuff, so I'll probably try to drain him with some of those. Maybe send him an early ZMG. And yeah. He sends me some pinks. I ended up greeting for my farm there and then getting up my grape shot later. I send him some pinks and force a 1-0 engineer along with a 0-0. And then get up my other farm, the faster shooting. And I end up balloon boosting some blacks here to force some more defense. Which he ends up getting another 0-0 engineer, so that's fine. I'll probably send him yellows as well, I think, because he'll need to spam some 9-inch nails to defend those. I think I'll wait till round 9 to send the yellows because it mixes with the AI better. There we go. So he gets up 1, 2, 3 9-inch nails, gets up, and then he boosts as well. So I was definitely happy with how that rush went. Then I send him some leads. It looks like some leads gets through. And I send him a big white rush. This rush is really good because he didn't have money for his balloon trap. So he ends up spamming a bunch of 9-inch nails to have to defend that. So as you can see, I'm actually tied with him in farms and I have a 200 eco lead at the moment because of those rushes. So he sends me balloon boosted zebras and blacks and it just forces a destroyer. And we're just going to farm on here and save up for our BIA. So I don't really know why I didn't send him some camo leads here. I honestly probably should have. It can force a lot of defense. Because you have to get up a flash bomb and a double shot. So that definitely would have been the play. I send him it after he goes for his BIA, but he can just end up selling his engineer for flash bomb. Or I guess not that many snuck through, and he was able just to defend it with getting a cleansing foam down here. So I probably should have sent some camo yellows over it to get more through, so it would force a flash bomb, but it's whatever. So nothing's really going to be sent here. He doesn't send me any Moabs, and I'm just going to send him a BFP next round. There we go. Send in the BFB. Balloon boost it. Some leads sneak through some AI as well, so he has to get a flash bomb. And he defends pretty easily without boost, so a solid defend. I cash out my BIA and go for another one and start building up a facility. Round 22 AI, I have to sell my farm just to get up another destroyer, and this will defend it pretty easily. That's pretty much the normal defense I have for round 22 AI if they blend leads. 2 destroyers, a faster shooting grape shot, and a balloon buster. So here my plan is eventually I'll cash out one of my BIAs, go for the facility, and then send him a ZOMG on top of that. Just to kind of slow down his farms a little bit. But until then, just farm on. Round 24 AI, all you need to do is get up another faster shooting grape shot and you're solid. So here I sell those grape shots, go for a facility, because I know I'm going to get money back soon enough that I'll be able to afford my big one for the ceramics that come by. And here it is, I can afford my big one. This destroyer is on strong, of course, and those clean up all the ceramics. And if you were to send me like a Moab or something, all I would need is just another destroyer on strong, and that would be good. So here's where I send him the ZOMG. I sell a BIA, go for another facility, and go for a farm. So this send was honestly good because it makes him sell a bunch of farms, and he also places ninjas here, which is a farm spot, so he's not going to be able to place a facility there later on. So I'm definitely happy with that ZOMG send. He defends without boost, so solid defend on his part, but you can see now I definitely have a nice farm lead, and he can't really place a farm there unless he wants to sell a bunch of defense. So I'm starting to spam my destroyers now. I'm planning on sending him like round 32, round 33-ish. I don't think he'd be able to defend. That's what I'm thinking right now. I honestly could have sent him earlier. That might have been smarter, because then he wouldn't be able to defend, and if he countered, I would have been able to defend. If that makes sense. Because I'm out farming, and I have a bunch more defense than him right now. So I think I end up sending here soon. I think I get some money, and then I start sending. Yeah, there we go. So I start sending him ZOMGs. Honestly, not very smart on my part. I should have sent him a few ZOMGs and then all out BFBs, because he can outstall me with ZOMGs. But we'll see how this goes. I can stall the lower layers longer if I can break down the ZOMG layers, but these ZOMGs are pretty strong now. So he ends up just selling his ninjas and trying to outstall me, so that's definitely very smart. I'm trying to break down all these ZOMG layers, stall the insides, but there's a lot of them coming my way, so it's not looking good. And yeah, they're just too strong, and I actually end up going down here. I definitely misplayed this a lot, and I feel kind of stupid that I didn't send him all out BFBs in this case, because he would have had no chance of defending all out BFBs, and he couldn't outstall me there. But yeah. Alright, my second losing map is Swan Lake. Both go on boat mortar here. So we both go for a boat start round 1. And then we're just going to go for our farms as well. I don't really know the eco amount when you do a boat start like that. I just sent till like 263 or so, but I don't really know what you're supposed to send to. So if you know, put it in the comment section down below. We both force our faster shooting grape shots, and then we're just gonna save up for our plantations from here, pretty much. He opts us in constant yellows, which is fine. I don't really like doing that. I mean constant pinks. You'll make them leak a little bit, but honestly, when you have boat mortar, farms should be just the priority. We both send boosted blacks. I get up my second grape shot. He does so as well. So nothing crazy going on yet. And I'll just go for my other farm here. So I send him a yellow rush here. Honestly, not very smart. It just forces another faster shooting grape shot. I was hoping to force a mortar, but I didn't balloon boost it or send near enough. So I probably would have been better just farming on there. We both send each other leads round 10. Force the mortar. He went for another farm here, which I knew wasn't the play. So I send him some whites to punish, and he sells the farm to go for destroyer, so that's fine. Both send each other camel leads. He sends me some bloom boosted zebras on round 13. I'm able to defend that pretty well. I leak a little bit, but nothing bad. And then we both just farm on. So we're about tired in farms right now, about tired in eco. So it's a pretty even game so far. Round 16 AI, I send some leads, regrow leads, and zebras. He defends it without boost, so that's definitely solid from him, which makes that rush pretty ineffective for me, because I was trying to force a boost there, but he had a pretty good defend. And we both just continue farming. He sends me a Moab. I can kind of anticipate it coming, so I end up double spiking. And I boost here, which I should have just sold a farm and went for another destroyer. Boosting was dumb. Because now he can balloon boost the second Moab at me, which would be pretty deadly. I didn't want to take chances here, so I just end up bow pulling it. But honestly, really messed up there, not boosting against the first Moab. I send him mixed balloon boosted brush with the round 19 AI. I really should have followed these leads up with like rainbows, and that would have been extremely deadly, because he almost ends up going down here against that. But yeah, not really happy with how I've been playing this game so far. But we'll see if we can bring it back. And I also mixed some stuff with round 20 leads a little bit slow, so his mortar is able to hit all the leads there. And he actually almost goes down, so that was lucky on his part. So because of those dumb rushes, he is out farming now by a little bit. But I do have more eco. And we're tied on boosts. So he goes for his factory here. I knew that wasn't very smart, because he's going to have to boost AI here. And then I can send him a Moab rush next round to force the selling of the factory, which is what I'm planning on doing. I send him 3 Moabs with leads behind, and then he ends up just trying to bow pull these. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to send him some rainbows behind this as well, which forces him to sell the farm. And he actually ends up going down here. So definitely not the play going for the facility there. And now the score is 2. So his final losing map is Shapes, and he ends up going Heli Ice. I've never seen Heli Ice on Shapes before. I didn't know it's possible to pull off, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going Dartling Glue. So definitely planning on going aggro here once he pulls out the Heli. There isn't really a point to send him constant reds round 1 if he has a Heli, it will handle it. So I just go for the 254 eco start and go for my farm. He goes for his farm as well. So I'm planning on sending him some blues next round to try to force a snap freeze. Here he shows his ice. And I send him a lot of blues, and he does not get up the snap freeze. which is really interesting. I thought he would have leaked a lot of these without getting up the snap freeze, but definitely good play on his part, saving some money. I greed for my farm through his pinks, and then get up my faster shooting later. I mean my powerful darts later. What I'm saying in my head right now is just aggro, aggro, aggro. I can't let him get up a BIA when he has this strategy. So deny the BIA is the strategy. He gets up his snap freeze just to defend the blacks. Pretty standard. Round 8, I'm planning on sending him some yellows and whites to force another ice and hopefully a quad dart. So here I bloom boost some yellows. And I send whites behind because I'm hoping the heli will target the yellows that just passed through, and then the whites will be able to get through the ice, forcing the heli to get the quad darts. That's kind of my goal. Which, it ends up working there, so pretty happy with that rush. He got up his quad darts, but he is still farming very well, which I'm not happy about. I go for my glue round 10. Round 11, I send them a lot of whites, trying to force the razor rotors, which I end up doing, and then he defends it pretty well. Still farming very well, so I'm not happy about that. I send him some zebras here, and then whites behind. I was honestly hoping to force a boost. I should have sent like a set of camos in there or something, or like regen, because it didn't force a boost or anything. It forced a quad darts, but not what I was looking for. I sent him some boosted zebras here and whites behind it, and this ends up forcing a boost, so I'm happy with that rush. He just sends me a camo lead, forces my plutonium darts, nothing crazy. So as you can see here, after all of those rushes, I'm behind just one temptation, but I've also got 500 eco on him. But also, he's going for his BIA soon, so I need to not let him do that. I sent him a round 16 rush, but that rush was honestly not too smart. His double razor rotors defends it pretty well. So once he goes for his BIA, I'm like, okay, I can't let this happen. I sell my farm and go for a bunch of rainbows. And then that doesn't even force it, sadly. So I go for whites behind. And I think he ends up boosting here when I send even more rainbows. Okay, he ends up boosting. So I'm like, all right, now I can force the selling of it with another bloom boosted rush after that. So I send him a Moab, and then I'm planning on sending some camo rainbows behind. So I sell another farm, send camo rainbows behind, and he ends up having to sell his BIA. So I'm like, okay, that's good. But now my farms are absolutely drained. I have 600 more eco than I'm about, but I'm contemplating how I'm going to be able to defend the BFB. And I know I also have to send him a BFB because he just went for his BIA again. So this is going to be really tight on money. He sends me a Moab. All that does is forcing a 3-2 glue. And I think I end up boosting here, which I don't know why. I didn't need to boost that. I guess I had 3 left and I wanted to play it safe. He sends me a BFB. I send him one as well. So this is going to get really tight on money. I need to be able to afford a 4-2 glue after selling this farm. And I end up affording it after another income boost. And I defend that. He sends me another one with camo ceramics behind. I get up I boost and get up a hydropods. That defends it. But now I have this BFB here that just got unglued. So I need to glue it again with a 4-2 glue. So I end up doing that. I get up my hydropods again because I know he's sending more camo ceramics. Use my last tower boost. And now I see he has no defense. So I'm like, okay, I need to counter now before he sends me Moabs. So I send him a Moab. He ice stalls it. I should have followed it up with some pinks here. I did not send pinks. So now it's just going to be who goes down first. It's going to be really close. I sent him a ceramic though. And the ceramic goes by before I die on 4 lives. That game was so close. So I end up winning the series 3-2. This is just group stages though, but that was a really intense series. Great games with Troll. Thank you guys so much for watching, and there will be much more World Series content coming soon, so watch out for that. But thank you guys. Peace out.